news from 11-Bit Studios. This is a publisher. Frostpunk 2 is available now. Official Merch Store. Kickstarter Campaign Announcement. Ich bin mir jetzt nicht hundertprozentig sicher, ob der Controller unterstützt wird. Ich habe mir jetzt auch immer angeklemmt. Aber ich glaube, wenn ich mir das richtig ansehe, kann ich ihn auch genauso gut wieder abklemmen. Kann ich mir das mit dem Controller jetzt zumindest für heute erstmal schenken. Oh, was schreibt ihr? Oliver noch? Lass uns kurz gucken. Okay. Ich verstehe. Okay, das Kopfhörerkabel mag mich heute nicht besonders. Mal kurz den Controller hier ausschalten. Weil das nämlich hier die ganze Zeit nur so blinky und ja, Akkuladung verschwenden muss jetzt nicht sein. Also Entlastungsbericht sollte ihr Eingehungshilfe bereits erhalten haben, dank der Sozialabteilung vom Krankenhaus, und mit dem Bericht versuche ich auch Richtung betreutes Wohnen meinen Platz auf der Warteliste zu sichern. Ich drücke dir die Daumen, dass es hinhaut. Ich bin jetzt momentan noch nicht hundertprozentig sicher, was die Lautstärke vom Spiel angeht. Es wirkt alles noch sehr überschaubar und leise. Okay, jetzt habe ich ein klitzekleines Problem, weil was der Desktop sagt, ich mag jetzt gar nicht auf den Desktop wechseln. Das finde ich jetzt ein bisschen belastend. Screen Mode Fullscreen. Ich hätte eigentlich ganz gerne Borderless. Okay. Ich befürchte zwar das Schlimmste, aber ich schraube das Volume vom Spiel mal auf 60% hoch. Nutzer und keine Therapie bisher, und als das kann mindestens 4 Wochen krankgeschrieben. Das macht mir Sorgen. Das Spiel ist wenigstens so laut wie ich, wenn nicht sogar etwas lauter. Ja gut, wenn ich nichts sage, dann ist das Spiel natürlich gefühlt lauter als ich. Schauen wir mal, ob das Ganze so funktioniert. Weil aktuell fand ich es jetzt gerade doch irgendwie gefühlt ein bisschen leiser, also jetzt hier so vom generellen Ausschlag vom Spiel, also der Lautstärkepegel, das ist besser, okay. Dann lassen wir es so. Alright, dann würde ich sagen, ist jetzt der Punkt gekommen, wo wir mit dem Spiel loslegen. New Game. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Yeah. Thaumaturge is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. Thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. Oh, wir haben eine Katze. Ich glaube, ich mache den Mauszeiger mal hier so ganz dezent auf Seite. Wenn der Monster im Weg ist, einfach Bescheid sagen im Chat, ne? Dann,
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone.
bis er den Switch-Überstunden macht. Inwiefern?
I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
First play a trick on him. Nein. Das wäre ein bisschen assi, oder? Go ahead and dictate your message.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Send greetings to your sister. Aggravate your father. Don't add anything. Send greetings to your sister.
Please add my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I.
Viktor
And Victor
Schulz.
with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw, Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Danke für den Follow.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Find the miracle worker in the village. You can move freely around at all locations. Lass mich schauen. Wir klicken auf den Boden und Viktor Szulski geht dann dahin. Hier gibt es etwas zum Lesen. Lost Letter. Dear Anthony. It feels like ages have passed since your last letter. Maybe just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land, among foreign people, to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. Hätte ich alles verstehen. Leider werde ich die Story vorhin als Beta-Tester schon auf Englisch beenden. Ah ja, du meinst Obermagica. I see. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. I can't live here. I can't stop reminiscing. That seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me, Constanti. Yes, I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anielka that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Oh, touching. Great. Okay, wir bekommen durch das Lesen von den ganzen Sachen auch Erfahrungspunkte. Das ist gut. Dear Janko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not at all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that would allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. Railroad is already getting there and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, you. Was mir jetzt nicht die unfassbar große, unfassbar viel, warte mal, IOGM. Die Tasten sind jetzt nicht irgendwie großartig aneinander sortiert, aber I ist dann wahrscheinlich unser Inventar. Story Items. Wird er vom Liegen hier? Mein Grimoire. Money. A roll of rubles, a handful of kopecks, a few marks, a single franc, prodigal son's fortune. Bunte Mischung aus jeder Menge Währungen, wa? Revolver, Magnat M1885 Revolver, 6-round Cylinder. Sind wir denn auch ausreichend bewaffnet? Also haben wir Munition? Ich befürchte nämlich fast nein. Okay, wir haben Klamotten. Warte mal. Vests, Pants, Coats. Aus irgendeinem Grund kann ich das hier nicht anwählen. Okay. Ich gehe. Entries. Story. Hier ist eine Menge Lore. Eine Menge Zeug zum Einlesen. Eine ganze Menge. Features, laws. My grimoire. I like to write and sketch in it, and my opier lives in it. If you're reading this, I'm sorry. Teenage boys should not keep a journal. Got my grimoire from my father. It is a thaumaturge's tool, a way to make pacts with saluters. For me, it is also a journal and sometimes a sketch pad. Oh, okay. Traces. Laws. Art, word, mind, deed. Das ist... Also ich kann jetzt schon sagen, nach den ersten paar Minuten Spielen, wo ich mich jetzt hier schon ein bisschen anfange, so im Inventar zurechtzufinden, Dialoge relativ straightforward. Aber das ganze Lore und drumherum sehr komplex. Aber alles hier flashed out, also so wie ich das jetzt beurteilen kann. Also das ist jetzt nicht irgendwie so halbgeiz irgendwie alles da reingeschustert, sondern das hat alles seinen Sinn in dieser Spielewelt. Aber ich bin ganz dankbar hier über solche Tutorials, die jetzt hier auf jeden Fall mal aufpoppen. Jetzt wird uns hier Perception erklärt. As a Thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight, you can anticipate the enemy's actions, you can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions and words. And you can reach your goal easier. Okay. Und damit wird mir gezeigt, wo es dann halt als nächstes lang geht. Okay, ich stelle fest, die reden über uns. Okay, Maustaste gedrückt halten und wir können... Also wir können aber längst nicht mit allen NPCs interagieren. Warum auch immer. Was machst du, wenn ich auf O drücke? Oh! Das scheint hier unser Skillsystem zu sein. Mention Force Heart is 1, enhanced by Flaws, Pride. I see. Und M? Oh, sorry, M für Map gibt uns dann die Karte. Hier gibt es auch noch was zu lesen. The Tiflis Herald. Scheint wohl die örtliche Zeitung zu sein. The tragic events of August 29 have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Bulgin were to be discussed, Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set up by Minister Alexander Bulgin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked in another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. Interesting. Okay, das ist hier die Postkutsche, wenn ich das richtig sehe. Ich auf jeden Fall mitkriege, wie die über uns reden, aber keiner von denen hat Bock mit uns zu reden. Auf jeden Fall erstmal hier unserem Äußeren beurteilt. Jetzt sind es ein bisschen hier uns umschauen. Das ist jetzt hier noch am Anfang relativ eingeengt.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Soll ich ihn jetzt schon fragen, ob da ein Healer im Village ist? Andererseits, wir sind ja da hingegangen, um da quasi... Die gehen ja eigentlich davon aus, dass eine solche Person da ist, wo wir hinwollen. Vielleicht sollten wir unseren lieben Postfahrer nicht unnötigerweise beunruhigen mit unserem Gesundheitszustand.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Ladezeiten sind schnell. Aber gut, ich habe es auch auf der SSD installiert, ne?
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Find the miracle worker in the tavern. Okay. Auf jeden Fall mit unseren Fingern schnipsen. Und wir kommen hier nicht weiter. Okay, Interessant. Ob ich jetzt gehe oder renne, hängt davon ab, wie weit die Maus von meinem Charakter entfernt ist und ob ich die Maustaste dann gedrückt halte. Das hier. Protective Charm. Made of strings, sticks and feathers. It's supposed to protect residents from the influence of evil powers. You mean evil powers? Sorry, okay. Der musste jetzt einfach sein, ne?
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
Look. Schon auf hier. Aye, indeed.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Oh boy. Victory conditions. When the enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on bars below their feet, and your health points are represented by a bar in the bottom left corner of the screen. Also, ja, dann so, oder? Ah ja, okay. Quick attack inflicts damage, plan attack inflicts damage. Ouch. Mit einem Messer, Junge. Actions queue. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions, to find out what they're planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Each skill has its own speed. Some skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the rest of an enemy attack in first. Okay, also ein bisschen conditional turn-based Dickenskirch, oder? Hey! Der Versuch einer Rasur. Aber ich glaube, mit der Quick Attack jetzt müssen wir das. Ja, okay. Ihr wisst ja, was man sagt, ne?
There's the Ruskies right.
Everyone has a plan.
They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Thaumaturge points. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt saluters to enable further development. Interesting. Time, deed, word. Probieren mal. Wenn wir meint. Damage. Covering the enemy's planned action. Okay. Your bond is weakened and in danger of collapsing. What? Ich habe mich schon die ganze Zeit gewundert, was das Knochengesicht hier von uns will. Aber scheinbar können wir... Sorry. Scheinbar können wir mit ihm in den Kämpfen auch noch irgendwie was anfangen. Proletariatis Breze. Proletariatis Breze. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame, become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and clean our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Und auch dafür kriegen wir mehr Erfahrungspunkte. Mal hier hoch. Ach, da kann ich nicht hochgehen. Ist abgesperrt. Das Spiel lässt mich nicht. Oh, Doggo. Wir können den Hund streicheln. Jetzt schon bestes Spiel. Feiner Junge. Lass mich raten. Als erstes zetteln wir eine Kneipenschlägerei an. Was ist denn dahin? Also, erstmal alles andere checken. Jetzt noch was zu lesen, wie ich feststelle. News from Yerevan. A correspondence reports that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan province, Prince Napoleon Louis-Joseph Jérôme Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor's general address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. Bonaparte. Napoléon Louis-Joseph Jérôme Bonaparte. Très magnifique. Und jetzt reden wir mit dem Otto da in der Ecke.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Rasputin.
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
I want to see for myself.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
So ist das ausgesprochen. Thaumaturge. On a Warsaw, explain how you track him down. I was born in...
I'm from Warsaw.
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who have lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
Relatable.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
Got the challenge. Admit you're not at the height of your powers. Wir spielen mit offenen Karten, oder? Und wenn die Dialogoption schon sagt, dass ich etwas zugeben sollte, dann sollte ich mit offenen Karten spielen.
That's partly the issue I wanted to speak to you about.
Does that mean you give up?
Nein.
That means I'll try, but I don't know.
All right, all right. I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the walls better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Okay. For conclusion, Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He's a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his adore.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Okay, jetzt dürfen wir suchen. Observations. Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge around the world and events that can help you in different situations. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read others people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. As a Myplans, you will find a trace of someone's personality. Takes one of three forms. Unknown, you see it for the first time. Familiar, you have seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain, you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
Oh boy.
Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering within Rasputin.
Gods are clinging to the bowl like unwashed scraps from a recent meal. Neat lines of prayer float into the sky, swell and fade. Overtaken by a curse, thrown out in a fit of passion. A hobbing cunt. Trace certain, Rasputin. Okay. Rasputin's words. Even prayer can't dampen the rust smoldering in Rasputin. Spiritual force struggles under the weight of strong emotions. His calmness is a sham. He's no oasis of peace. Well... one of us. Penitentiary device for voluntary self-modification of the body. Engine force too low. Okay.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
Gebetsbuch. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight. Touch of silk. The scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Trace certain. Okay. Rasputin's passions. Who have thought that his priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the master of a healer considers an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Vielleicht ist auch einfach nur dauerhorny. Okay, ich schätze mal, das war's schon. Okay, dirty old man.
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You didn't like your breakfast, buckwheat with venison fat. You cursed the person who prepared it. You called her a hobbling cunt, correct?
Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
Was about the lady in wanting from Petersburg? Tell her what problem you got. Ich frage ihn erstmal über die
I
Dame.
can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg. How do you think I might help you?
Okay.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day.
I see.
If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Proud answer. Pay him well. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich ihn bezahlen kann. You're prepared to beg.
I don't have much dignity left. I'm prepared to beg for your help.
That won't be necessary, Victor. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a Thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Where am I?
Oh boy.
Rasputin. There's no one in here. I need to get out of here. What is this sound? Shackles?
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear?
Sorry.
You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
Hält sie
I'm just
davon ab.
heading out.
Selbst wenn... Kann auch weiter fegen, oder?
It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Well, well. Dann schätze mal, gehen wir mal. Guck mal, hier kann doch fegen. Wenn sich auf die Idee kommt, da zu fegen, wo wir gerade liegen, und wir liegen ja nicht gerade auf dem Boden, hätte das doch absolut kein Problem sein können. Was ist mit den Leuten, die hier aber im Weg stehen? Die werden nicht rausgescheucht, weil sie fegen muss, oder? Weiß nicht, was ich davon halte. Okay. Multiple objectives. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch from the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes this path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced Thaumaturge. No worries, the remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest.
What do we have here?
They're all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Bruce crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropping her fruit basket, left this orphan behind. Almost left a distant trace in her fruit. Consists of a heart fluttering panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Well. Interessant. Schnips.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Doesn't want you to take him to interviews. The boss should be able to change his attitude.
I'll be right back.
Erstmal umgucken. Using Thaumaturge, you can manipulate other people. You must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction item will change, and the Upir will appear next to the character. Shovel. Also, still show traces of mud and ice. Going to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that engulfed them. And here is rag. Coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. Rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Then to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crackle like a fish bone. The muscles burned with fire, and no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest that can relieve his suffering. Okay. That's Upir. Oopsie doopsie. Killing game.
Am I sensing?
Dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. Wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
You conflicted neighbors. Dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious burn of contention here. The wise woman is to settle the dispute. She'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. Neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge. A classic of the genre. Anatoly says, if otherwise make Anatoly calm down. Kriegen wir das hin?
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Well, salt on the doorstep. Protects unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. Das sollte ich mir auch mal angewöhnen hier. Ich habe letztens irgendwelche Autos hier im Haus gehabt, die, keine Ahnung, Zeugen Jehovas oder so? Ich weiß nicht. Diary of an Oblate Priest. They say that every nation has its demons, its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave, but I've gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Sirmia, people whisper the name Bukave. Bukavak. Cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. A fairy tale, you say? But I have seen Bukavak. Here, in Piatigorsk. Here in Piatigorsk. Hear the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. And I felt the fury that this wrath brings with it. The anger from which there is no escape. A taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblate Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. Oh. Ich habe geahnt, dass das Spiel sehr story-heavy ist. Ich hätte jetzt aber nicht gedacht, dass es so sehr textlastig ist. Unfinished letter. So. My dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. Now you're calling us stupid? Backward? You repeat after that rector of yours, Chudeki, that Gorg. Your language is the language of dogs? You want to write to me only in Russian? Child. Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Also mir gibt sich ein Bild.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
User have taken advantage of the superstitious villagers. Das kann ich noch nicht.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, man.
Ich habe noch nicht das komplette Bild. Ich glaube, bevor ich mit dem Spruch ankomme, sollte ich mir besser 100% sicher sein.
Am I sensing?
Maybe I sense a soul in search of answers. Nee, warte, sorry, falsches Spiel. Die shards, broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. Lemons with anger and frustration. Cold erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Sweet and pungent taste. Stupefied, compelling, screaming. Finger pointing and hurting, and the frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Well... Damage axe shaft. Trace it best does not belong to Vesna. Okay. Carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. Loner by choice. With a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. Mystic squabbles. This house lives a married couple who does not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. Okay. So, trotz allem doch mal eine etwas positive Note. Ganzen. Here, wooden box. Vesna and Luca. Miss Amelia, impetuous person. Schon mal anklopfen.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Thaumaturge. Skill upgrades. Okay. Attack, strong attack, and attack. Kann ich hier was von verbessern? Sieht nämlich momentan irgendwie nicht so aus. Wait. Ah, okay. Let's see. Das ist darüber ziehen. Floor, Wild Floors, davon habe ich noch nichts. Der Upsi-Dupsi, Ipsi-Dipsi. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of the focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Okay. Muss sich der Otto jetzt einmischen? Aber der andere Otto ist bewaffnet, das macht das Ganze jetzt natürlich auch ein bisschen schwierig. The enemy has lost all their focus and is now in the breakdown state. Okay. Das fasziniert aber mit einmal Quick Attack müsste der jetzt erstmal auf dem Boden liegen.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
If thinking interferes with actions, so much the worse for thinking. The locals are impetuous and irritable and eager to pick a fight for even the most silly reasons. Something is not right here. Ja, das habe ich mir auch fast gedacht. Also die können nicht alle hier Dauer-Agro sein.
Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
I'm not going anywhere.
Make the coachman fatigue go away.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Machen wir einen neuen Speicherstand. Manuellen. Save. Wir jetzt natürlich keine Ahnung haben, ob das jetzt hier Main Story ist oder ob wir hier noch was anderes zu erledigen haben. Oh,
You will be mine, secret.
Elder Vasily's grave. But only a year ago, and his tombstone has clearly already been damaged. Vasily hatte wohl nicht allzu viele Fans gehabt.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
Was changed?
I see him. My Uper. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
They might be right. Since the death of the village elder, doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights and people are tense and withdrawn.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
Vasily's death was not peaceful. The other died in the flames that consumed his Hence thought to be cursed, and let me speak of them with her. I asked the one about the ill fortune hanging over the village.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy. When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed, before you know it, they're at one another's throats. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Yeah,
tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
Aber in dem Fall...
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukovach.
Bukovach.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukovach.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Much. The Bukovach. Village residents. Find a breaking. I think the blame for the troubles on the house of Bukovach. Trying to defend themselves against this dark force with folk methods. And homestead, okay. I can see him. Let's go to this location. Wir folgen Rasputin. Manchmal habe ich Lust, in so einem bestimmten Akzent zu sprechen. Bitte nicht böse meinen. Ab und zu probiere ich schon mal beim Sprechen irgendwie gewisse Akzente oder Sprechweisen irgendwie nachzuahmen. Das ist jetzt weniger als nachäffen oder so zu verstehen. Das ist dann tatsächlich dann eher so eine Art Verbales Stimming. Ich mache das auch ab und zu schon mal ganz gerne mit Nonsenswörtern, die ich dann irgendwie so vor mich hin brabbel. Aber manchmal habe ich auch Spaß daran, irgendwie eine bestimmte Sprechweise oder Akzent nachzuahmen. Also bitte nicht falsch verstehen, wenn ich dann irgendwie klinge wie, ja, ich sag mal so, ein schlechter Laiendarsteller, der versucht hier so eine bestimmte Sprechweise dann nachzuahmen. Das ist nicht irgendwie disrespektierlich gemeint, sondern lediglich so ein Quirk meinerseits. So let's talk with Rasputin.
What do you expect to find in this place? The fire was almost a year ago.
Time doesn't matter much here. I'm looking for clues and personal traces that will lead me to whoever's carrying the flaw that lured the Saluter here.
I see. I thought I could be helpful to you, but I don't really understand what you're telling me.
Explain what traces are.
People always leave behind individual bits of their personality, even on everyday objects and such. I can decipher the thoughts and actions imprinted on these objects, and then match them to their owner. This lets me gather immense knowledge about a person, especially if I need to find someone.
What else can you do?
Above all, flaws are deeply hidden marks left on human souls. They form under the influence of tragic events.
What does that have to do with salutors? Is that Latin?
Yes, from the word newcomer. People have always taken salutors to be spirits, demons, or imps.
Like from those fairy tales, the wise woman and the other old crones tell the locals.
Sometimes, those sorts of fairy tales and legends describe how humans perceive a salutor. They don't take a physical form. Salutors are attracted to the flaws hidden within people. Thaumaturges discover these flaws inside someone, bring them to the surface, and adopt them to lure the salutor. Those are the moments when I've usually failed. I haven't been able to hold on to a salutor. I didn't know how to bind one to myself.
What about you? Do you have a flaw?
I bear the flaw of pride.
I wouldn't have guessed.
And now? Thanks to your help, I can once again discover people's flaws and the salutors hiding behind them. And I think I'm now able to catch my second salutor. If I do manage to catch another salutor, that would be a very rare occurrence, in fact. An ordinary Thaumaturge wouldn't even try it more than once. Only a few have multiple salutors.
Why?
The others are cowards. I don't know what happened to you when you tried it once.
Some have lost their lives trying, others their senses. I was close to madness. I lost my sense of reality. I didn't know what was true. But I know I can do it. I'm almost 100% sure.
Isn't this exactly the sort of thinking that caused your problems that led you to me?
That doesn't matter anymore.
Then what's changed?
This time, I've got you with me. Why did you want to come here with me?
I have never gotten to know a Thaumaturge so closely. I'd like to learn as much as possible about your abilities.
I need to look around this place a little more.
I won't stop you.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Destroyed door frame, but some miracle it survived the fire. Thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words, carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, but the hinges finally letting go. They scream to a deaf void. Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the door frame. Trepidation about losing a loved one. Very familiar, impetuous person. Okay. Da haben wir sie wieder.
A horrible death.
Dried blood stain with it soaked deep into the burnt boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm. The mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came. Pain resounded anew. Also ich mag momentan diese Mischung aus rundenbasierten Kämpfen. Also das Kampfsystem erinnert mich dann doch ein kleines bisschen so an Final Fantasy X. Oder jetzt, ich sag jetzt mal auch neuer Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
True fear.
Oder so ein Hauch von Baldur's Gate und ja, so ein, keine Ahnung, so ein Detektivspiel. Gefällt mir bis jetzt ziemlich gut, muss ich sagen. So, Ragdoll. Charred Ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its ears are like the varnish of an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Oh, wer ist denn hier gewesen? Welchen Zusammenhang? Oh.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give him back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
There's this trace. There's no smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. May be able to find a home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Och no.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
Yep. The odds are uneven. Say it wasn't you. Come on, say it wasn't you.
No, it must
wasn't
have been
me.
someone who looked like me.
Touch on.
Doesn't matter. At worst, we'll get the boots off your corpse.
There's somewhere else you have to get my boot out of.
Okay, I see. Ist erstmal Arschtritte angesagt, so wie ich das richtig sehe. Leaf of thought, reduce focus by one additional point if the enemy is in a suffering state. Okay. Let's go! Warte mal, Rasputin steht jetzt einfach nur nebenbei und guckt sich den ganzen Blödsinn so von der Seite an. Ist es dein Ernst? Schon Fokuspunkt verloren. Reinterpretation. Okay.
You're right, sir.
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Hier in der Ecke zumindest schon mal alles erledigt. Lass mal kurz hier einen Blick reinwerfen. Rasputin. Alles hier schön mit jeder Menge zusätzlichen Text noch. Das ist so ein bisschen die Gedankenwelt unseres Hauptcharakters, Victor, ein bisschen näher ausstaffiert. So, Rasputin. I've only heard rumors about him, a preacher. A mystic who used to heal St. Petersburg's elites not long ago. I found him in a small village in Transcaucasia. They call him a mad monk, or even a quack and a fraud. To me, he is the last hope for a cure. It will not be an overstatement if I say he saved my life. Without his mysterious powers, I would have gone mad. I think that means I owe him. And yet, I cannot help thinking how strange he is. I still can't crack this. So, Bukavac was sometimes mentioned in tales and legends of Sirmia, a part of the kingdom of Slavonia. They personify brutal force and the inexorable punishment for sins, which is bound to come. Wow. Also heute Englisch ist hart. Inexorable. Also ich habe noch nie so wenig Englisch verstanden wie an dem heutigen Tag, wo ich jetzt hier das Spiel vor mir sehe. Das ist beachtlich. That is why they are attracted to flaws spread by forbidden acts like the district governor Vasily's murder. Okay. And now we return to the village. In diesem Fall kriegen wir auf jeden Fall gelöst hier. Ich stelle fest, ich kann auf jeden Fall noch einen Punkt hier wickeln.
one's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Ja, komm, kurz.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Der Spruch schon wieder.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It's clear that this is not the first time Vesna had threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night the murder and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Calm her down and make her feel safe.
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Ich hätte ihr eigentlich jetzt gerne die Puppe gegeben, aber die Option habe ich jetzt nicht mehr. Das ist jetzt ein bisschen schade, ne? Also ich hätte jetzt doch gerne... Ziel war es eigentlich, sie jetzt erstmal zu beruhigen und ihr dann die Puppe zu geben. Das hat das Spiel jetzt so für mich nicht vorgesehen, was ich jetzt ein bisschen schade finde. Weil so kommt jetzt hier unser Viktor Schulski so ein bisschen rüber, als ob der jetzt mit seiner Magie oder was auch immer man das jetzt nennen kann, jetzt die Leute allesamt gefügig macht.
Let's take a look around.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Ich habe noch nicht alle Infos hier zusammen, um mit der Dame hier um was Sinnvolles zu bereden.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Saliter here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The Saliter is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Oh.
Unless...
Oh, shit.
And I'd do it again if I could.
Oh, shit.
Get out of here.
Here you are, Thaumaturge. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
Difficulty level, story, balance, challenge. Okay. Let's try balanced. Oh my god. Ach du Scheiße. Der sah eben noch ein bisschen kleiner und harmloser aus, oder? To defeat a wild Saliter, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild Saliter sent more enemies against you. States Bukawaka has considered to the suffering state. This can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read the descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. So, suffering receives damage at the end of every round. The effect stacks 4 times. Ach du meine Güte. Okay. Dann wir eben hier den Debuff entfernen. Okay, dann go back. Cheers. Auf die Hälfte runter. Ich muss sagen, der Debuff ist lästig. Status von uns entfernen. Autsch. Letzten Fokuspunkt entfernen. So zumindest der Plan. Und damit müssen wir jetzt hoffentlich den Bukawatsch erledigt haben. Yes!
You lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Salvager. You defeated Bukawatch, the D-Dimension Salvager, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salvager won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothes his anger. You achieve the unachievable. This is nice.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Might look off the proof that he loves Vesna.
Think, Luca. Your feelings for Vesna are still true, I know that. Hear out her reasons before you do anything.
Okay. You two better not come back to the village!
As if we wanted to.
Oh. Ja toll, jetzt sind wir hier. Sind wir hier schon wieder?
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid it's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Da ist aber jemand ziemlich falsch abgebogen, oder?
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Oh.
do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect.
Oh.
And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
Heißt es, Rasputin begleitet uns jetzt?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Schätze mal, ich muss nach Warschau, oder?
I have to bury my father in Warsaw. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor. Have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
The fuck?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Oh, sorry. Oh, das Rasputin begleitet uns jetzt. Als erstes Stopp ist Warschau. Rasputin hat quasi die Ereignisse vorausgesehen, die zum Beginn des Ersten Weltkriegs führen. Will uns das Spiel hiermit mitteilen. Und Rasputin denkt, er könnte da etwas gegen unternehmen. Das wird interessant. Okay, wir sind definitiv wieder in der Gedankenwelt von Victor. Interessant.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
Nächster Halt, Warschau. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts.
Like my mood.
Oder so
Aside
ähnlich.
from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
Tell him what you think about Warsaw.
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice but street justice.
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the better.
What about the people? Those close to you, you'll never miss them?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Workers are striking.
Sorry.
They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
Yeah.
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
That's right.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warsaw.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Was gut in unser Travel Companion. Hey, ich hatte recht gehabt. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung rechts. Wunderbar. Nice. Chapter 1. What am I doing here for this achievement? Ja. Das ist auf jeden Fall ein ganz guter Punkt für einen Save. Und vielleicht auch um heute Schluss zu machen. Sorry dafür, ich hatte eigentlich vorgehabt, vielleicht noch eine Stunde dran zu hängen, aber ich merke tatsächlich, dass ich doch ein bisschen erschöpft bin vom heutigen Tag, beziehungsweise von der Woche bisher. Und es ist sehr viel Text zum Vorlesen vor allen Dingen. Ich meine, wir haben auf jeden Fall genug vertonte Dialoge, aber da ist halt eine Menge Text, der halt noch vorgelesen werden muss. Und ich glaube, das kriege ich dann heute nicht mehr ganz so hin, ohne, ja, ohne permanentes Gähnen. Und das wäre doch wirklich schade, wenn ich das tolle Spiel jetzt hier durch mein Gähnen unterbrechen würde. Aber ich kann jetzt zum Abschluss sagen, bevor wir jetzt gleich uns ein Raid-Ziel suchen und ich nochmal gleich kurz auf Toilette springe, vielleicht ein paar ganz kurze abschließende Gedanken zu The Thaumaturge. Hat so ein bisschen was, so eine Mischung aus so einem Sherlock Holmes Adventure und Disco Elysium. Also auf jeden Fall sehr, sehr interessant inszeniert. Wir haben jede Menge hier slawische Folklore noch mit drin. Spannend. Auf jeden Fall spannend. Also wer sich so ein bisschen für das Genre begeistern kann und schon Disco Elysium klasse fand, hier ein doch, ich sag jetzt mal, etwas actionorientierterer Ansatz, weil wir haben jetzt auf jeden Fall hier die rundenbasierten Kämpfe. Und auf jeden Fall eine Menge Story, eine Menge Lore. Während in Disco Elysium dann halt immer noch ein bisschen Würfeln angesagt ist. Und der Charakter wirklich komplett eine Murmel hat in Disco Elysium. Aber das hier ist wirklich sehr, sehr spannend erzählt. Ist wahrscheinlich ein bisschen untergegangen bei einigen Leuten. Aber wer diesem Spielgenre, diesem Genre-Mix, sage ich jetzt mal, durchaus was abgewinnen kann von der Atmosphäre her. Ich meine, die Musik an sich ist auch stimmig und die Dialoge sind gut vertont. Schon mal gerade, was wir hier noch an... ich meine, wir haben Text Language, Dialogue Language. Wir haben Englisch und polnische Sprachausgabe. Es klingt auf jeden Fall sehr gut und es sieht halt auch sehr gut aus. Ich weiß nicht, wie viel das Ding aktuell kostet auf Steam. Es ist tatsächlich aktuell... Oh Leute, es ist tatsächlich aktuell sogar bis zum 8. Mai 2025 im Angebot. Es kostet aktuell 19,24 €. Das Basisspiel mit ja, dem Basisspiel hat. Es gibt dann noch einen Soundtrack, den man sich noch gönnen kann. Es gibt wohl noch eine was ist die Deluxe-Edition, wo dann noch der Soundtrack mit drin ist. Ah, und Digital Deluxe Content. Games Artbook, Model of 3D Printable Figurine, In-Game Features, Cosmetic Packs and a Map of Washer. Okay. Also für den Preis kann man da echt nichts meckern. Das ist ein Ding, das kann man so als Mit-Budget-Titel irgendwie ins Regal stellen für 40 €. Für 20 € kann man da auf jeden Fall reingucken und man wird wirklich dann wohl belohnt mit einem Spiel, das einen für Stunden bei der Stange hält. Aber das von mir genug an dieser Stelle zum Spiel.